Shocker Gamer here. So today we're going to take a look at the Assassin's Creed Unity Phantom Blade. Now this is made by Macfarlane toys, and it's essentially a replica of Arno's Phantom Blade. So let's take a look at the packaging first. So this is the front of the box there. We've of course got the Assassin's Creed Unity logo, and a cool image there of Arno with of course the Phantom Blade. Over the side it advertises it includes some in-game content as a bonus. This is the French cavalry pistol. Now the top of the box just has the logo. The bottom of the box just goes through some of the warning type of things and age, etc. That's the side of the box. Other side of the box. And of course now onto the back of the box. It kind of goes through some of the features. So it kind of showcases some of the different modes. So you've got firing crossbow mode, hidden blade mode, and stealth mode. And of course it shows you a bit more of the different features of this Phantom Blade. And then of course over here it again advertises that gun as in-game content. So now that was the packaging there. So now let's go ahead and open this up and have a look at the contents inside. So this is the contents of the Phantom Blade. So let's go into these one by one. So first up, you've got of course like a little manual. It kind of goes through the functions of the actual Phantom Blade, as well as how to use it and how to put it on, etc. You then have your unlock code for your exclusive pistol that you get with this. This is in-game content. That's the pistol you get down there. And of course the code is on the other side here. Now going into the main Phantom Blade part. There's a couple of components to this. First off, of course, you've got the arrow here. And this is what you load into like the crossbow kind of firing mechanism. It's got quite a lot of nice detail there. Then of course you've got the gauntlet here. And this essentially is the part that goes on top of your arm to cover the top portion of the blade, sort of thing. So it's the gauntlet. Then of course you've got the main mechanism of the Phantom Blade. So this is quite a few components to this. So this is in its like folded up state, so I guess stealth mode as the box called it. So that's the top, side of it, front of it, back of it, and the bottom. And of course you can see all the straps here, which are used to actually attach it to your arm. There's an awesome amount of detail in here. You can see sort of in the crossbow portion here, they've kind of put a little bit of, almost looks like kind of carving sort of thing, and they've given this a wood look, so it looks like it's a wood and kind of metal crossbow. Looks pretty cool. They put a lot of nice detail in this. Even the mechanism here looks really cool. Of course you can see your blade stick part pointing out there. Now of course this is the folded state, but you can unfold your crossbow by pressing this top button here. That unfolds the crossbow mechanism, and of course you can easily just fold that away when you don't want it, and then release it when you do. Now the blade portion of course is in the front here, and how you release that is by pressing this back button. Load it in by pushing it back in, and then just by pressing it to release it. So it's a pretty cool mechanism. The blade looks pretty cool as well. And of course the blade is just spring loaded, so it clips right back in. Now with the crossbow portion of it, you take your arrow here. Now to load it in, there's a little groove underneath there. That has to go down in the front here, and there's a little gap there. This is where you load the arrow. It clips onto that, and you kind of just push it back and load it into place. So that's what it looks like when that loaded in. And of course, to fire the arrow part of it, all you have to do is press this back button here, like that. So it's really easy to do. folds up again when you're not using it. So it's a pretty cool device. All the mechanisms work quite well. They're all spring-loaded type of thing. And of course the arrow works quite well as well. Just make sure you load it the right way around. Now my arrow is flown off the table, so I'll get that in a moment. But you pretty much just load it in there, and it just springs out. And of course you can have the arrow loaded in there if you want to, but I'd probably recommend when you're not using it to take the arrow out, because this thing is very easy to press and the arrow just constantly will shoot out. So it's probably a bad idea to leave the arrow out until you actually need it. That way you're not accidentally springing the arrow out of this mechanism. So otherwise it's pretty cool. The blade launches quite nicely as well. So now that you've seen the contents, let's go ahead and put this on and show you what it looks like once it's all attached. So now putting the Phantom Blade on, there's a couple of steps in doing that. The first step is you take the bottom mechanism here, you have to undo this bottom strap, and then you put it onto your arm. Now sometimes it can be a little bit awkward because you are just using one hand to attach it to yourself, but once you've got it right, it should be pretty easy. So you put that strap on, you don't put the other straps just yet. Then you take this and you put it over that one. And then you want to align these ones here to the sides. And then take this one and thread it through the top portion just here. And then stick it onto this side here. Now I find putting my arm down on the desk does help a little bit, gives you a little bit more traction to do this with. And you stick it down there, and of course then you can adjust it to where it's sitting nicely. So that's what it looks like from the top. And this is what it looks like from the bottom. Right in. So that's what it looks like when it's all folded up. Side, top. And I find with all the Assassin's Creed blades is once you've got it on, twisting your arm is a little bit uncomfortable because it's so it's such a hard type of plastic that they make this out of. But it still looks cool and it's still usable. You fit it on there, you can get your crossbow up, you can fire your blade, and you can even load this up if you wanted to. Like that. And of course you can fire the blade, fire your shot. So it works pretty well. Like I say, you can leave that in there, but usually the slider's bump on that type of switch will do it. And of course you can also fold this up as well. So you can leave the arrow in there, but like I say, it's got the potential to automatically fire if you slightly bump that. So it might not be the best idea. It comes down to personal choice, I guess, but it definitely is a cool thing. And you got, of course, the arrow ready to fire as well. So it looks pretty awesome. I have to admit, the only thing downside is because this is such a hard type of plastic, it is a bit hard to move your hand around a little bit. I find my arm is very restrictive while wearing this. That's pretty much with most of the Assassin's Creed hidden blades, unfortunately. Just the hard plastic, that's all. But that's what it looks like. So it's pretty cool, really easy to put on. Doesn't take long, just a couple of moments. And then it's on, and you're ready to go. So that is the Assassin's Creed Unity Phantom Blade. Overall, this thing is pretty awesome. It looks really cool, the detail they've put in is pretty awesome. This would be ideal if you want to use it as cosplay, or even just have it as a display piece. It's functional, it fully works, you can fire the bow, you can release your blade. It looks pretty awesome. As you can see, it just looks amazing. It looks just like the one Honor is wearing in the game. They've really done a really good job at actually replicating and making it look just like it, all the little fine details, how it attaches to your arm, everything. So it's a pretty cool item. This thing is still fairly pricey on eBay and different sites like that. You can still buy it if you didn't get it straight away. But yeah, so it's totally up to you how much of a fan you really are. It looks pretty cool, and I have to admit, compared to the other Assassin's Creed replica blades, this one's pretty cool. I really like the crossbow on it. It looks really cool. The mechanism looks really cool when you spring that out and spring that out. It just is a really cool thing. The other blades were just pretty much hidden blades on their own, and this has a crossbow on it. So it definitely looks pretty awesome. So it's definitely a step up from the other Assassin's Creed blades. But of course, if you are an Assassin's Creed fan, then you probably should have all of them, just like I have. I really like these blades. They really look awesome. So you guys, that was the Assassin's Creed Unity Phantom Blade. It's a pretty cool replica, and I would really recommend it if you're a fan. So you guys, thanks for watching. I am Sharky Gamer. If you like this video, hit that like button. It really helps out a lot, guys. And as always, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any video, as well as leave comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys.